Jesteśmy w Lonigo, włoskim miasteczku, które różni się od typowych włoskich miast, bo wiemy, że Włosi kochają calcio, a Lonigo kocha speedway, drodzy Państwo, i to jest to, czym wyróżnia się na tle innych włoskich miejscowości. Ze mną jest Eduardo Pilotto, człowiek związany i z klubem, i z miastem, który opowie nam troszeczkę o miejscu, w którym teraz jesteśmy, bo jesteśmy w miejscu dla speedwaya włoskiego wyjątkowym. Eduardo, nice to see you. Thank you so much for having us here. We are in a special place for speedway in Lonigo. Where we are and why it's so special.
Yeah, thank you, Anita. This is the heart of speedway in Lonigo. It's the place where everything started after the Second World War. They started to road in this place, in this park. This is a parku Ippodromo park of horses, because there were a lot of horses races, and then we put the speedway motorcycle bike here, and this is where everything started. And in this place there was the start of every race, and in this direction all the riders made the 4 laps for speedway races.
But it was very huge speedway.
Yeah,
track,
very huge, 600 meters.
600 meters.
Yeah. And it was very dangerous because you look like the trees. It was very dangerous, but the best rider in the world, like Ovefundi, the Italian Annibale Pretto, rode in this track.
So in what year it was finished, everything here? You remember exactly when it was finished, what year?
In the early of 70s. And then all the movement of speedway move in Monticello di Fara, a little track near Lonigo, because during that period they are building the speedway stadium that we will see in a few minutes. It's important for us to have a Poland TV to come in Lonigo, because everyone knows Poland is the best nation in the world for speedway at this time.
So we are the first one?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The first one. And it's a pleasure for the city, for the movement, and I hope many fans from Poland will come to Lonigo to see our city and to see some laps in our stadium. Yeah,
we can say that Lonigo is a very beautiful city, so it's worth to come here to watch speedway, also to visit, like Verona, Venezia, because you are very close, so it's good also to...
If you have 1 week to spend in Italy...
It's a perfect place to come.
Yeah.
Zobaczyliśmy już, jak wygląda ten pierwszy tor w Lonigo. Teraz zabieramy Was na nowy stadion, gdzie czeka na nas Paco Castagna. So we can say, in the race office of Lonigo Speedway, and here, Eduardo, it's all the history, how everything started, right?
Yeah. There is a lot of photo from the Circolo, the first track. For example, here there is Ovefundi with a crowd of children and people in the city center of Lonigo.
So Ovefundi was like a hero for Italian fans?
Oh yeah, a big hero for the Italian fans, all waiting for him
to come.
This is the first project of the track when we are here now. This is, for example, the last race in Circolo.
This is the place where we were before.
Yeah, the middle, the heart of the Circolo.
Yeah.
And this is the inauguration, the first inauguration of a speedway track. Because last year we have another inauguration.
Because of the new track.
Yeah, we reopened the track after many years.
You started your career here in Lonigo?
Well, I had my first laps here, yes. Yeah, 2010, so many years ago as well. Yeah.
2010?
Yeah, 2010, so it was a long time ago. Yeah, had the first laps here, and actually I crashed. I think I crashed about here. I was like 14-year-old with the 125cc bikes. I was going down the straight, I was tired, and the handlebars start going like this, and I crashed here. I wasn't so fast, but I think I crashed here, and I got to up there, just rolling around. I was like very young kid, and then I got scared, and then I stopped for about 1 year.
Really?
Yeah. It was a big crash, and I got scared, so I said no more speedway.
Basta speedway.
Basta speedway. Yeah. So then after I just started back when I was like 15 and a half.
Did your father push you to do speedway? No, at all?
He always said no speedway, no speedway. And I was like, no, I want to race, I want to race, I want to race. So he gave me this like small motocross bike, and then I thought, okay, let's try, and then slowly. But I started very late, like 15, 16-year-old, yeah. So it's like, it took me quite a long time.
Jesteśmy z legendą włoskiego speedwaya. Myślę, że tak możemy powiedzieć, Paco. I just said, I don't know how much you understand Polish, but I just said that we are...
Little bit, yeah, I tried. Yeah, a little bit.
I just said that we are with the legend of Italian speedway. Can you agree with that?
Yeah, not yet, but yeah, we are in a legendary place. Of course, we are in a very beautiful place, and hopefully I can become just as legendary as this place is. Just by making good results. Yeah.
Yeah, but the name Castagna is a very popular in speedway. So do you have a plan to got more Italian campionato than your father? Because now you're three-time Italian champion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a still very long way, I would say, but I plan to race a lot more, so we still have a bit to go. But yeah, it's difficult to match the results that, of course, my father had. But on the other side, I think I'm doing quite well. So I'm just enjoying doing my path slowly and steady, doing my results, my meetings, and we will see how it is when I retire. And I think I'll be just happy to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, so you are not planning to be the boss of speedway like your father in the future?
No, yeah, no. That's not the idea. That's not the idea. I'm enjoying racing a lot, and I still think that if one day I stop speedway, I would love to stay involved. But I also
like a mechanic, like a trainer?
Yeah, like something like this, yeah. But on the other side, I know how to cook very well as well, so I might just go into the restaurant part of business family and do that as well.
So, okay, if you like to cook, do you know the sentence, eating pasta makes you faster?
Yeah, I've been trying it a lot, but actually eating pasta makes me a little bit fat, so I need to be quiet with the pasta. So maximum 80 grams of pasta and it's okay. Yeah.
We are in Italy, the country who is obsessed with the football, who loves calcio like in every single moment, every single day. You were growing up here. How is possible that you wanted to be the speedway rider, not the football player?
Because I was very bad at football as well, because I have a very big feet, yeah. So I tried football one day and I see I'm completely bad, so I thought maybe it's better if I do bikes, yeah. But no, to be honest, it is true. I always tried different sports. I tried everything, from football to boxing to basketball, tried everything, but I was always coming back to speedway all the time since I was a kid. And I always loved it. So, I come here to Lonigo one day, try a couple of laps, crash, and then, just slowly and steady go better and better. And here we are, talking it after, what, I think 13 years now that I'm racing. So it's good. I'm enjoying it.
During the season you lived in England, I'm curious how much it is difficult for you to move from the country like this, full of sun, hot weather, to rainy England, rainy, sad England.
All the time, yeah, all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy if you think if you think the difference, yeah. And then I live in Edinburgh, which is in Scotland, so it's like always raining, always cold. Yeah, wake up in the morning, it's like 8 or 80 degrees. You wake up here and it's like 20, so it's like completely different. But it's okay, you know. It's I guess it's the sacrifice you do when you want to race speedway and become better and better. So I guess I just take it as it is. I found great people there, and it's part of my career. So I'm enjoying it, to be honest. England is a very tough league to go to because of the tracks and everything. So it's part of development.
Yeah.
Now maybe, you know, taking the next step and come to Poland.
Exactly, that's what I would like to ask you. Do you have some plan? Do you have some maybe even offers to come to Poland and race there?
Yeah, there are some talks here and there. You know, it's still very early, I think, to talk about it. But I'm talking to different clubs, and there is a chance for next year to come over. And you know, it's been a long time since Italian riders come to Poland to race. So I would love to do it, and I think, of course, now Poland is the absolute best place to come and grow. So I would love to do that, and hopefully 2024 is going to be my first year there. This is what I like about Poland, you know. The fan base is like huge. It's like football here. I always say when they ask me, because here, apart from Lonigo, you know, you go to some other cities, they don't know what speedway is, so they always ask me. So I always say Poland is the place where you must go. And also because, you know, you were talking about here, football in Poland is the same. This is what I love. You go to a track. I was in Opole, of course, yesterday, and there was like lots of fans, and they are very passionate. So it's very nice to see, you know.
Speedway popular in Italy? Because I'll tell you one story. My aunt lives in Bergamo, and when I was talking for the first time with her husband, he was asking me what kind of journalist I am. I said, I'm working with Speedway. And he said, Speedway, Valentino Rossi. I said, no, Valentino Rossi. Speedway, I don't know what is Speedway. So how it is with the fans, with the interest about Speedway in Italy?
To be honest, it is difficult. It happens to me the same. Like they ask me, oh, the one with the jumps, you jump? Yeah, no, I said, this is completely different. I always have to explain. But, you know, you come here like on a normal meeting, and after the track open after many years, and Terenzano as well is the same. There is a lot of people coming. There is a lot of passion, but it's very local. It's very here in the north of Italy. Now with social media, luckily, I'm trying to push as well with other riders. You know, I'm very good friends with other like motocross riders and stuff like that. I'm trying to bring them in and show what it is. So it is good. It is good, but I really hope that we can go back to having GPs and like big meetings so that more people can come.
You did this first step this year to qualify for a GP, yeah? GP you won here, or
yes,
you won here in
qualified here,
Lonigo. Later the injury, what for sure makes you very tough, difficult position. Yeah, I was keeping my fingers crossed for you, because it could be so nice to see, let's say, exotic nationality in Speedway Grand Prix. Yeah,
it was shocking. Like I qualified here. This was something I will never forget for the rest of my life. You know, all the fans were there. All my fans had all that part of the track, and I stopped. And when I did my last heat, and I knew I qualified, I started crying under the helmet, and I stopped there. You know, it was unbelievable.
So
yeah, because the stadium was full, you know, and Italy, as you say, you know, we don't have riders. We don't have that story like Poland, Sweden, or Denmark. And to qualify for a challenge, that means you are in the top. Virtually, you are in the top 30 in the world. Like you are one step from a GP. So it was like the dream of the year, and we did it. So now it's to progress and go forward.
But did it give you the boost, like it showed to you that I can do it, I'm able to do it, I'm able to compete with the best riders in the world? Yes,
I think so. To be honest, I think that after that meeting, I kind of went like, oh, okay, I think I'm actually quite good, you know. So it did help a little bit, and of course that I need to take it to the next step now. I wanna do it. That's the dream of every rider, to go into the GPs and be the top of the world. So there is still long, you know, a lot of stuff, a lot of work to do. But on the other side, as we were talking earlier, I think that going to Poland next year is the first step for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And how you see the future for Speedway here in Italy? Is there a big interest when it comes to the kids who wants to race Speedway, or it's just what I said before, that everyone is so focused of calcio?
No, to be honest, I think that the last 2-3 years are getting a lot better than what it was. You know, after between COVID times, we had Terenzano, which was the only track, and it was, you know, thanks to them, we still have Speedway. And then, of course, Lonigo come back with this beautiful place. And both tracks are doing Speedway schools, trying to bring kids in. We have some young kids coming up. We have a very good under 21 now coming up as well. You know, we have many meetings. So, you know, hopefully this in the next 2 years, having big meetings as well, you know, it helps also for the people. So I think that we have a better future than what we thought a couple of years ago. I think they are working very hard, both clubs, to, you know, to bring Speedway back up. I still have, you know, very nice memories from when they had the GPs here, you know, in 2005.
You were a little kid that time, huh?
Yes, very young, and I was like, I remember I was sitting down there watching them and dreaming to be there, you know, one day. So
who was your favorite rider that time?
Oh, I had two, and they were like Crampy and Hancock. They were the two guys that I always loved at the time, and of course they were both very good here. So it was always beautiful, and they were also very good friends, which are still very good friends. So.
You are racing in England, so the tracks are, I don't know, half size like this,
yes,
huh?
Yeah. Half the size.
How you find yourself there?
Yeah, it's crazy. The difference between the two places is so big, yeah. Like you go from one track in, making an example, even Edinburgh is very small, yeah. Very small. I can easily say it's half the size, and then you come here the next day because we race on a Friday, and it happened actually in April. Friday I race in Edinburgh, get the flight 6 o'clock in the morning, come here and race here. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what to do. So
yeah, but
like,
you have, like, for example, just the bikes for the short tracks and the bikes who you have here in Italy, or how it is, or it's always the same bike, but just you have to switch the mind that now I'm on a long track, so I have to change my, like, let's say, abitudine in Italia.
It is like this. It is. Yes. You would have different engines, of course, but the bikes are always the same. You always try to build always the same bikes here and England, and then just change the engines more or less. So you have, even if you fly around the world, you're gonna sit on your bike and it's gonna feel the same. The only thing that obviously the riding style is completely different. Like in Edinburgh, I would never sit back like you see in Poland. Everybody sit back, try to make speed like you would do here. Like the long straights are beautiful. This is what I love, long straights, speed, adrenaline. While in England, all the tracks are like wavy and small and difficult, so it's completely different. But again, you know, from one night to the other, this is the beauty about Speedway as well. You need to change in one, like even in one night, go from one place to the other, and just need to change everything in your mindset.
Who is the best rider at the moment of Speedway?
Undoubtedly, Bartek have changed the sport. I think if you look at eras, there are riders that changed the sport. Coming from the 80s with of course Hans, then Per Jonsson changed the riding style in Speedway. Obviously then Tony with Jason changed the riding style again. And then Bartek, when Bartek came into Speedway, I think he did the same as Marquez in MotoGP. Everybody had to adapt to how Marquez was riding the bike. So Bartek changed completely the riding of the bike, and everybody had to adapt to him. So it was beautiful. You know, I think there was the little era of Greg where Greg was obviously such a good gator, and he was still using an older style. Then Bartek came in and changed everything. So of course he's the absolute best.
So are you a fan also of some Italian team?
So I never been a very big fan of football, but I started...
We know, because you have 2 big feet,
Yeah, of course, you know. And then also, you know, bikes and football don't go along very good. But since I went to England or to the UK, I started watching football again.
Okay.
So I've always been an Inter fan. So I'm an Inter fan full time, and yeah, I actually enjoy it. But I still have to go to San Siro to watch one game. So hopefully already this winter I want to go there and watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch one game.
Sono impazzito
So what's your goals? Do you still have some goals, some dreams as a rider?
Of course, you know, it's still a very, very long way. I feel like I'm just in the middle of my career, and there's still a long time. I've been lucky not to have been too injured. You know, I'm one of them riders that don't crash a lot, which is good.
Yeah.
So I don't have very big injuries. This year was exception, but you know, it's okay. So I still feel like I can be a lot better, and of course the goal will always be to be in the GPs. Like wherever you are, even if you race in the second league in England or you race in Italy, the goal is always to be the best you can, yeah. So the goal is to be there, but of course I know it's a long way forward. But the beautiful thing is that the work that is required to do that doesn't scare me. So it's okay. I'll just keep walking slowly and steady. I have, you know, older riders from, I'm not gonna say any names, you know, they know who they are, but older riders in the game that are from South Europe, East Europe, that told me that, you know, I'm doing a lot better. And for East Europe and South Europe here, where, you know, Italy, Croatia, Hungary, there's not many riders. Slovenia, you know, there's not many riders here.
No.
So to be one of them where is still doing it professionally and is trying to improve is good. So that gives me a little bit of a kick.
And Doyle is also, I think, good example that you don't need to be super young, let's say, to be the world champion. Yeah? There is the time for everything.
Yes, he's one of the guys that I can call a friend for sure, and I always have him as a good example. And he qualified in this track to go to the GPs, and since then he became world champion. Yeah, so you know, it's still a long way. I feel like I can still improve a lot. So I'm not going to go over that, but it's doable. So you know, it's a goal, and hopefully, you know, I can copy that and do the same. Hopefully here as well.
Voglio piangere più.
When are we gonna see the Italian flag in GP? You have to promise me.
I cannot promise what I'm not sure I can do, but I can promise that the hours of untiring work is going to be a lot, and I'm going to put them in. And hopefully, you know, we're going to see an Italian flag in the top of. I like the Inno Italiano a lot, so I would love to hear it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes, I would love.
Like everything in Italy, let's say.
So I hope to hear that in the top of the podium in the GP.
When? How many years?
It's a long way, but you know, I still have a long time, maybe 5-6 years. Why not?
Ok,
No.
so affare fatto.
Affare fatto.
Perfetto, grazie.
Grazie.